Go ahead, light it up.
Within 3 minutes, there were flames coming out of the door, there were flames coming out of the window. The fire became very large.
This is what we in the fire service would call a room and contents fire. It's the contents within the room, but not the structure that makes up the room. In other words, it's not in the walls. Notice the change in the smoke color? We're getting some black smoke out of that. What that tells us as firefighters that we have materials that are made out of a hydrocarbon base, plastics. Black smoke is bad. Notice that the velocity of the smoke coming out of the door. It's really pushing. That tells us, firefighters, that that's the room that's on fire. Once they hit it with the hose line, it should change color to white. That hose line flows 150 gallons a minute. That's a combination nozzle. It can be straight stream or fog pattern. They're angling the hose stream up to bounce the water off the ceiling to create multiple water droplets.
We really hoped that people would start to realize just how quickly a fire can spread, how dangerous the fire can be, and how a small fire can have a big impact on your institution. In the library and archives room, they put the fire out as if they would any fire that they didn't know about. In the museum room, they were able to fight the fire in a different manner to minimize the amount of damage to the collections in that room.
I'm amazed.
They'll hit the ceiling and knock the heat down,
Okay.
and then they'll pull back and go to a mist and then minimize
So it's
the
a
damage.
strategy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that's part of what you're working with when you work with your local fire department is get them not to come in with a full bore stream. They hit this with the spray and you can see the difference. The biggest takeaway from people is just seeing how the fire went, how it developed, and how the firefighters worked with it.
This is the DVDs, right? The plastic sheets.
Oh.
Yeah,
There's like remnants from the DVD tape.
The belt, it's like wax.
Yeah.
Things reacted differently if they were on the shelves, unprotected. We try to emphasize in preservation, if you've got something in a container, not only is it buffered from changes in the environment, so your temperature, your relative humidity, you're protecting it from light, you're protecting it from dust, but you're also giving it an initial layer of protection from fire.
That's amazing. But still, I think that's unbelievable.
Well, this wasn't done.
Wow, and even this thing didn't burn completely.
When you're going through a salvage event, you don't just immediately run in and start pulling stuff out if you don't have somewhere for it to go.
We need somebody to put out plastic sheeting.
You guys want to get? Fine.
So we had people laying out big sheets of plastic, setting up tables, pulling out absorbent materials and getting everything ready to go.
Everybody needs an apron, a pair of gloves, and a mask.
You want them to fit snugly because you want to be able to really feel what you're doing.
The participants in this program have really been learning that they're more vulnerable than they thought they would be.
Those of you who don't want to drive home